Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Will. Welcome to my third episode of What's Up with Will. I got a lot planned for y'all this week on this episode, but first, let me, plug in some of my socials. I got a new website. I just designed it myself. It won't really like that much, but I got tired of Linktree. I don't know. This Linktree doesn't really do it for me anymore. So I made my own little website where I got all my socials from. Of course, the first one, as you can see, the icon is Twitter, then Instagram, then YouTube. That's where you can get this podcast, and I'm gonna be posting a lot more stuff. But right now, it's just the podcast with the visuals and stuff. The Spotify icon obviously is the Spotify, so that's just for the audio only for right now. My Twitch, I'm on the game too, so if you want to hit me up on the PS5 or something like that, just hit me up on my Twitch. That's the icon right there. And my TikTok, of course. I'm trying to get big on TikTok as well. So, yeah, follow me on any and all these platforms. Follow me. I'll follow back. It don't matter. I'm not too good for a follow back. Who is, right? Email me any type of business inquiries, or you want to submit something that you don't want to send on a message on like Twitter or something like that. That's cool too. And Robinhood, obviously, get your free stock from me. Yours truly. Get your free stock. And if you want to know more about stocks, basically the Facebook of the stock market, or where all the professionals are telling you, oh, I'm investing in this, or what do you think about this, having that type of dialogue. If you don't even want to trust me, go on public, it has an app too, so you can sign up through the app and all that stuff. So you can just see what people are talking about in real time. You can learn stocks better that way. That's how I learned, so I'm just gonna pass it on to you. So yeah, anyway, thank you all for listening again. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get into my very first topic today. I kind of find this a little I don't even know what to say about it, because you know what, I'm not even gonna speculate. I'm gonna just get into it. So Atlanta, they bringing back Freaknik. Okay, so if you don't know what Freaknik is, basically what happened back in before I was born, 94. I was born 95, but this happened in 94 in Atlanta. Basically a lot of people's moms and dads was just wilding out for no reason at all. Just to have fun, just celebrating black skin and black people in general. I mean, and it won't really like no like, what am I trying to say, like a black power thing or anything like that. It won't even like that. It was just like, a bunch of black people got together, had a good time. That's what it was. And a lot of people had a really good time, judging by these photos back in the day. Yeah, as you can see, it got pretty crazy before my time. And it looks like it's a whole bunch of good vibes, honestly. I think I would have had some fun back then. I mean, it don't even look like nothing's changed, but everything just got a little more up to date, as in like right now in 2021. Yeah, so apparently it's been in the making, so they're finally doing it. It's 18 plus. You got to be, well, yeah, you got to be 18 plus. And then it's going to be from October 8th to 10th at Morris Brown College. But obviously it's going to be more than just the college thing. It's going to be probably around the whole city. Probably, I mean, I'm not trying to sell it short, but it may be all of Georgia. Maybe all of, it could be everywhere. You never know. With the power of social media now, I didn't have it back in the day, but now, oh yeah, and it's in a prime time in October. Oh yeah, it's it's about to be some craziness happening. But yeah, as you can see, it was crazy back in the day. These tweets, they got people hyped up for it. But my thing is, they're saying this is supposed to be family friendly. Okay. As y'all seen by the photos back in the day, Freaknik is not family friendly. Okay, the dude said I literally freaked at Freaknik in '94, and they got cops wilding out. They ain't gonna do that now. All the stuff that I showed from back in the day, they not doing that now. And especially they're not doing it in no family friendly event. So I'm really anxious to see where that goes. Probably during the day it'll be more family friendly. Take your kids, whatever, blah blah blah. But on that weekend at night, I think it's a weekend, October 8th to 10th. Is that a weekend? It's got to be a weekend, right? Let me see. It's got to be a weekend. Yeah. Oh yeah. That's a Friday. Yep. That's a weekend. So, yeah. I mean, hey, listen. Be safe, y'all. If y'all gonna go, cause we and the 757, we had our own. I didn't go by the judging by the looks of it. It was lit. A few of my followers went, and I seen them post pictures like all last week or whenever it was, a couple weeks ago at the most, and they look like they had a good time. So I know if the 757 around here, if they doing all that, then Atlanta's going to be 10 times, 10 times the what we did here. What y'all think about it? Y'all gonna go out there in Atlanta? Are y'all even talking about it like that? I thought it was a cool thing to talk about as my first topic because I don't know. It just seems like a good vibes. It seems like good vibes. A lot of fun stuff to do. Just carefree, having fun. I'm here for that. So, what y'all think about it? I had to get into it. Y'all know I had to get into it. This next topic. Oh yeah, the freshman class is finally here. It is finally here. Good thing for me, I got $50 richer because nobody got it right. Nobody guessed it right. I didn't even guess this right. And I told y'all it's probably going to be other people that won't even on it. So, hey, nobody even came close. I didn't even come close. But yeah. This year's list. This year's list. 42 Doug. Flo Millie. Murray. Pooh Shiesty, Lakia, Coi Leray, Tusi, Blast, Ruby Rose, Ian Dior, and the fan vote. The winner was DDG. Alright, so before I get into this, I just want to say I am really surprised that Spot 'em Got 'em did not get on this list. Think how whatever you want. I don't think he's the biggest snub, but I'm surprised he's not on this list. Think what you want. This man took over TikTok from February, March-ish to about a few weeks ago. Everybody was doing that Junebug challenge, okay? So I don't know how he didn't how you didn't make it up here. But hey, it is what it is. The biggest snub I would probably say is ESTG. ESTG has bars and he has a good flow. He should have been on this list. XXL and the people that voted, they made a big mistake by not voting him in, and he is by far the biggest snub. At least that comes to my mind right now. Lil Tecca, I mean, I'm not that big of a fan of him, but he does have, quite a big fan base, and I could see why he would be up there. He should have been up there. Dusty Locane too. Yeah. It's a crazy list this year. Ruby Rose, I thought she only had OnlyFans. I'm just being honest. I'm gonna keep it 100. I thought she only had OnlyFans. I didn't even know she rapped like that or made music. She does. She does. So hey, I mean, I guess these ciphers and these the freestyles, But I'm here for the cipher. I want to see the cipher. That's where everything's gonna come to play. Once they get these ciphers and put the bars to the bars, like bar to bars, comparing themselves, I need to see it. And I want to know who's going to break out in the cipher. Not the cipher, the freestyles too. Like, the individual freestyles, just like that 1 year designer, Timmy Turner, had everybody going crazy. Like it or not, it had YouTube and social media on a chokehold. So I want to see who's going to be that next one. I don't know who it's going to be, but I just want to see it. 42 Doug, I can see why he's on the list. Okay, that's fine. Flo Millie is hard. I like her. Murray, I like him too. Pooh Shiesty, you knew that was coming. That's a given. So, Lakia, she's okay. I I don't listen to a lot of her music. I only know a couple songs that I've heard her from, and those were decent. Coil Ray, you knew she was going to be up here too. Tusi, he he probably has the best potential out of everybody on this list. Blast, I haven't really listened to him. I'm sorry. I gotta listen to him. I don't know. Ruby Rose, like I said, I thought she only had an OnlyFans. No disrespect, but I just didn't know. Ian Dior, he's not bad. I've heard a couple of his songs. He's not bad. He has potential, and from what I hear and what I see on Twitter, he has the most potential out of everybody. That's just what I'm seeing. And DDG, he I think he has the most potential, to be honest, because the fan vote, obviously the fans control, whether these people get a record deal or not, to be honest. So, you know, either him or Tusi has the most has the most potential. All right, so Melo's back in the news. Carmelo Anthony, poor guy. Well, not really, but hey, made your bed, you lie in it. So Melo's finally divorced after 16 years of being together with Lala. Together, not married, In 2017, they separated after 7 years of marriage due to obviously his cheating. And this current scandal, he had twins, flew them all the way out to London to make them British citizens so he can have them like on the low. Trying to do it on the sneak. Melo, you can't hide kids. Like, come on, man. You can't hide kids. They're going to be found out eventually. And you flying her to, London to make them British citizens and try to have them on the low, that just makes you look even worse. So, come on, Melo. Come on, man. Let's be serious here. Like, what the best case scenario, what would have happened? Lala would have never found out. How do you think she would never find out? You think you're not going to go to a birthday party? You think there's your twins are going to be like, "Oh, Carmelo Anthony's not my," like, you're a known person. I can see if it was me sending somebody out. I ain't shit. So nobody's checking for me. So, like, as far as the national spotlight, I'm not a professional basketball player. My name isn't literally on TV every other night. So I just don't know where the logic is. So whenever I got whenever I don't know the logic to something and something doesn't make sense to me, 9 times out of 10, it's either a lot more information that I don't know about, or the person is just that dumb. I don't know what to believe in this situation. Besides the facts that he flew somebody out and, tried to have kids on the low. So as far as why, it's got to be more information. I don't think Melo's that dumb. I really don't. But this is, you caught in 4K. I'm sorry. It's hard to get yourself out of this one. So, Melo, just do better in the future. That's all. I mean, you ain't got to take no type of advice from me. Like I said, I ain't shit. You probably made as much as money I made in my lifetime in one game. So, listen, it is what it is. But just do better. All right, so this story is kind of crazy. There was a guy who lost his fantasy football league rather, last year, right? And because he lost, he has to obviously honor a bet. And his bet is that he had to stay in a Waffle House for 24 hours as punishment. And for each waffle he eats, he takes off an hour of his remaining time. So I'm not going to read the whole thing, but I am going to post it on my YouTube. like the visuals and stuff for the pictures, because he documented all of it, literally every step of it. He documented on his Twitter. So I'm gonna just put it on my YouTube. But basically, long story short, he eats the waffles, and he eats 9 waffles. So it shaved off 9 hours of his time, ultimately. And he it's just crazy just looking over it. Like he literally stayed there the whole time, and he honored the bet, and he's basically sick. Like, these waffles from Waffle House, they're not just any old like regular waffles or Belgian waffles or something like that. These are like basically pancakes, like big ass pancakes that you get from like Denny's or something, but they got, crevices in them, like the holes, like a waffle would. And they're pretty big, and they can be thick at times, but they're bomb. I love Waffle House waffles. Anyway, this is just crazy to me because this man really ate 9 waffles, and he stayed 15 hours in one restaurant awake. Okay, so he, I don't know how many I could eat. Listen, I love me some waffles. I love me some Waffle House, but I think I'm stopping at like maybe 6 or 7. I gotta think about it logically. I'm gonna say for breakfast I'm gonna have 2, for lunch I'm gonna have 2, and for dinner I'm gonna have 2, and I may have one, just because. I'm thinking about 6 or 7. So I would have stayed there for how many hours? 6 or 7? 18, 19, well, 17, 18 hours. I would have been, sitting there. Listen, I'm trying to get into fantasy football again. And I do not want that to be the punishment. I don't want that on anybody. So I don't know if I'm gonna start one this year. I know I'm gonna join some. I don't know if I'm gonna start some. I got my guys in the group chat. They may want to start one this year, but I don't know yet. I'm thinking about it. It's a lot of work. But yeah, if you got one, hit me up. I'll join. I don't care. But I ain't doing that though. All right, so we had to get into this Nick Cannon stuff. This man is just having kids. That's it. He's living his best life. Having kid after kid after twins. I mean, he out here naming his kids Zillionaire Cannon. Like a zillionaire. Zillion air, like Heir, and then Cannon. Zillionaire. So, listen. I don't have the tax bracket to comment on this. I'm going to tell you why. Because if you're naming your kids Zillionaire and then Mixolydian, an antibiotic, you're not worried about getting a job. Nick Cannon is paid. Nick Cannon got them set for life. So they're not worried about getting a job. Zion Mixolydian, Zillionaire, that's what he just named his twins. Zillionaire Cannon, Zion Mixolydian Cannon. I can't make this up. I don't have the tax bracket to comment on it. I don't. I really don't. It's just wild to me that my opinion is just, they don't got to worry about a job. So who cares? They can legally change their name when they get older, whatever. But, I mean, hey, it is what it is. Rumor has it that he has another baby on the way, too. That's coming, like, in a few weeks. So, I mean, I'm not going to kick a man while he's down, because me personally, I believe when he lost his show, he just started going crazy. wilding out. Obviously, he got it back, but you're not hosting a show no more. You got a lot of time on your hands. So, hey, that's just me. That's just what I'm seeing from the outside looking in. It's about 9 months, so hey, what can you do? His other kids are Powerful Queen, Moroccan Scott, Monroe, Golden, and then those two, Zion and Zillion. And then he got another one coming. So, hey, this was happening as I was recording. This little beef that just popped off with the baby Meg the Stallion, Partisan Fontaine. Okay. Me personally, I knew it was bound to happen. I'm sorry. I knew for a fact that this right here was bound to happen. And it ain't what you think. It ain't like, Meg was creeping or whatever. No, it's nothing like that. But the baby and Tory Lanez, they got a song together now. And Meg and the baby, they make good music together. At least I do. And a lot of people think so. But whatever you may think, they make hits by the numbers. That's what the numbers say. It's not me, it's the numbers. But this random guy, Bo, he started everything. He tweeted, I guess the baby and Tory Lane's cool now because they both shot somebody and don't have to do no jail time. Started it. The baby retweeted it. And then he tried to play the dumb card. He tried to play the I got hacked part. Come on, man. He said, I don't know what type of Illuminati shit Twitter got going on with a laughing emoji. You don't do that if you in that situation. You don't laugh. Come on, man. I ain't retweeting nothing but ball if I want to promo. I ain't retweet that silly shit. Then once people start tagging me, I saw it and tried to delete it and undo the retweet. Twitter didn't let me. Type of shit y'all on? What type of shit you on, the baby? I gotta call you out on this one. I love your music. What are you doing? Twitter all of a sudden retweeted a tweet and then you can't undo it. It just bugged out all of a sudden. Then Meg gonna tweet, support me in private and publicly do something different. These industry men are very strange. The situation ain't no damn beef, but I really wish people would stop downplaying it like it's some internet shit for likes and retweets. The baby responds, you don't let these folks get the best of you, thug. I don't got no bad energy for you. You know like I know, I ain't no industry nigga. Let them fool you into thinking that you tripping. Stand on what you stand on without feeling like I'm against you. Stay focused. She said, my stance hasn't changed at all. Yours has. We already spoke about this in private, and you specifically said that ain't even no good business move. Why would I promote that shit? But now this ain't your beef. This ain't real, but you stay on your business, my G. He said, this is crazy. This is going on. He said, you ain't tweeting nothing. I'll tell that nigga directly. I told him the same shit. LOL. Like I said, you do not laugh in these type of conversations. He goes on to say, whoever cleared it. So what? And it's so what? She got shot. What? Anyway, shit still ain't enough of my business for motherfuckers to be to be feeling some type of way about my pretty chocolate ass. Getting into that, don't feed my people. The baby said that, not Meg. Meg didn't respond. The baby responded to his tweet saying, I don't even go back and forth with my own B words. I'm not gonna say that. On the net, now I'm on this motherfucking going back and forth with another nigga woman about some other shit a nigga accused of. How the fuck that work? Y'all niggas hell. Happy Juneteenth though. We started off this bitch with a bang, didn't it? Love you, Meg. This is wild, man. But we gotta go back and it's not even over yet. Meg's boyfriend, Partisan. Y'all know I'm gonna call him Partisan. I'm gonna respect Meg, and I'm gonna call him Partisan. I'm not calling him Party. I'm gonna respect Meg, their relationship, and whatever that is. But Partisan said, "You a clown ass nigga doing clown ass shit, then trying to backpedal. Nigga, it is what it is. You don't ever have to address her again." Okay. All right, Partisan, you sticking up for your lady. Ain't nothing wrong with that. And the baby quoted that tweet with Beyonce's irreplaceable lyrics. You must not know about me. You must not know about me. I ain't singing it because I'm going to get charged for royalties, but you know the song. Partisan replies to that. This matter ain't about no public opinion or internet beef. So a nigga let a lot of that weak shit slide. Partisan did what he had to do. He stuck up for his lady, and that's that. The baby carrying it too far from, in my opinion. I don't know why he did that. But what can you do? What can you say? And I'm pretty sure this isn't over. It's over right now, but I'm pretty sure something else will happen in the future. In the near future with all three of these people. And hey, let me know what y'all think about it. Let's get into some sports. Why not? Told y'all the Nuggets was gonna get swept. I told you. I don't know if you wanted to listen, but I told you the Nuggets was gonna get swept. The Suns are too much for them. They showed that through Game 1 and Game 2. Game 3, when it got out of hand, I knew it was over. Nuggets not coming back from that. I'm sorry. It is what it is. But this Kemba Walker trade, though, for Moses Brown and Al Horford, and then basically, swapping picks. I think the Celtics won this trade. They won this trade with OKC. It wasn't a good trade overall, honestly, but I just think that them getting up under from Kemba's contract, freeing up some space, that was probably the biggest win out of the whole scenario. And Moses Brown ain't a bad player, don't get me wrong, but he ain't really that good either. Just call it like I see it. But yeah, last night, Paul George, he ain't Pandemic P no more. This man is Playoff P. He earned his self-proclaimed name as Playoff P now. Yeah, he did. He sure did. Even though Terrence Mann went crazy, shout out to Terrence Mann. Shout out to Terrence Mann. Reggie Jackson too. Reggie Jackson is underrated in this series. It was underrated in that series. We should Terrence Jackson. I mean, Reggie Jackson. Terrence Mann. Yeah. We need more of that from you, though. I'm not a Clippers fan, per se, but, I'm rooting for y'all. Out of all the head coaching vacancies, the Pelicans, Celtics, Mavericks, Blazers, Pacers, Magic, and Wizards, I would say the best fit, it wouldn't be the Pelicans, because they got a lot going on in the Pelicans with Zion and players saying that they don't want to be there no more. It's not a good fit. Celtics, it's a nice core, but when are they going to get over the hump? And the current coaches that are available, I don't think they can take the Celtics over the hump. The Mavericks, what are they going to do with Porzingis? I mean, they tried to trade Porzingis, and obviously it didn't work. And he wants to leave, talking about he wants to be the number one option on offense. Okay, you're not doing that with Luka, so yeah, you out of there. So I don't know what the Mavericks going to do. The Pacers are the Pacers. I mean, they pace in the middle of the pack. It is what it is. The Magic. It's a decent squad. Markelle Fultz get back healthy, and they had they got some good young pieces. It's a decent opportunity. My Wizards now, I can't even cap. I don't know what the Wizards are doing. Um, yeah, I really don't know. I just hope we can compete because we're never bad enough to get like a top 3 pick, but we're not good enough to compete for a title. We've been that way for several years now. So I I hope we can go to the title. I hope we can compete, but you need good players besides Russ and Beal. But with that being said, the Blazers are the best choice for a new coach. They're ready to win right now. Terry Stotts was a great coach for them, but he did take them over the hump. And I feel like with Powell and Robert Covington and C.J. McCollum outside of Dame, they got some good pieces. I like Gary Trent, but they traded away for Powell. Powell's okay. I like Powell too. And Nurkic whenever he wants to play and gets healthy. I mean, come on now. But yeah, I think the Blazers are the best fit for a new head coach, especially get to coach Dame in Portland. If you give them a title, it's over. Let me tell you, Portland is a beautiful city, and they would love nothing more than a title with Dame as their number one guy. I'm telling you. This matchup tonight, though, I told y'all I'm not a fan of any team, but I want to see the Bucks get over the hump. I really do. I know the Nets are injured, and if the Bucks win, it won't really look as good, But I just want the Bucks to get over that hump. Finally, get to a championship, Eastern Conference championship. Let's see what they can do. Let's see what Giannis can do. Matter of fact, I'm gonna take the Bucks tonight. I'm gonna take the Bucks tonight, probably about 114 to 108. I think it's gonna be close until the very end. Maybe KD might, make a couple shots here or there, but I don't think it'll be enough because they're injured. But Chris Paul catching COVID, man. Talk about an underrated team that nobody thought this would happen to. The Suns, nobody thought the Suns would be in the Western Conference Finals when the season first started. Yeah, nobody thought that. Chris Paul is great. Jay Crowder's underrated. Devin Booker, he's a superstar. I mean, DeAndre Ayton, he's great when he wants to be. He's been more consistent as of late, but hasn't been there in the past. The Suns are a good team, and the Clippers, they're gonna have their hands full, especially with Kawhi's injury. We don't know what's happening. They're saying a torn ACL maybe, but it's Kawhi, so it may be load management. You never know. With that being said, I'm gonna say the Clippers in 7. I'm gonna say the Clippers in 7. And I'm going to say, the Hawks and Sixers, they haven't ended their series yet. So I'm going to go with, I want the Hawks to win. The Sixers don't do it for me. I want them to rebuild. Ben Simmons ain't it. I'm sorry. I'm going to go with the Hawks. And then in the Eastern Conference Finals, I'm going to wait for that one. I'm going to wait for that prediction. But I want the Hawks to beat the Sixers. So that's the Eastern Conference I want to see. Bucks and Bucks and Hawks. Sorry. I would have never thought that would have happened at the beginning of the season either. But here we are. Let's get into some football. Y'all know I love football. And I'm going on my my series that I'm doing. Last episode I did the AFC North. This time I'm doing the NFC North. Basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go through the teams in the NFC North and let y'all know how I think they're going to be and what they did last year, how they improved, how I think they're going to do this year, and what they did in the offseason. So without further ado, let's get into it. We'll start with the Minnesota Vikings. Now, they were trying to get Justin Fields before the Bears, their division rival. And if they would have got Justin Fields, I would pick them to win the division. But they have Kirk Cousins and they drafted Kellen Mond. So, you know, I think Kellen Mond will be okay in probably year 3-ish, but he ain't ready yet. So, with Kirk Cousins at the quarterback, they're not going to the playoffs. I'm sorry. I love Dalvin Cook. He's one of my favorite running backs. Adam Thielen, Justin Jefferson, Irv Smith. They got a good little receiving core and playmakers, but they just don't do it for me. You got to have a good quarterback, and I don't think Kirk is that guy. Never thought he was that guy. The Vikings are wasting their defense. That defense has been crazy good for an extended amount of years. That defenses aren't supposed to be that good. Okay, defenses are usually top defenses have like a maybe 2 to 4 year window at the most. They've been good for a really long time, and they just haven't had the quarterback. You really hate to see it. So last year they were third in the NFC North. I think they're going to stay third. Let's see. They'll probably go, I'll say maybe 8 and 9. Actually, no, I'm going to say 7 and 10. Yeah, I'm going to go with 7 and 10 for the Vikings. Next team, the Chicago Bears. Now, Andy Dalton's the starter right now, but that's changing week 4 or 5-ish. 7 at the most. I think Justin Fields is going in this season. He better go in this season if they want to win. Chicago Bears have a lot of good talent, not great talent. And I think with that good talent on offense and defense, that Justin Fields is going to make them better. Andy Dalton's just a guy that, I don't want to be disrespectful to him, but he's just a guy. That's it. He made his money. He's making his money. He's a good quarterback, but, you can't win with good. And that change is going to make them first in the NFC North. I think they're going to be first. I'm going to get into the Packers in a second. I'm going to tell you why they're going to be first. First at 8 and 9. Yep, they're going to be first at 8 and 9. They had a good offseason, obviously. Not great, but good, Bears are just like that middle of the pack franchise to me, from the outside looking in. Middle of the pack is overachieving. That's what they've been for the most part. So they kept their defense relatively the same. They added Robert Quinn, I believe, either this year or last year. They're just an above average team at the best. And that's going to win this division right now. Because the Packers aren't treating Aaron Rodgers right. I think they're going to trade Aaron Rodgers and they're going to let Jordan Love lead this team to 8 and 9. Even though they're going to tie with the Bears, record-wise, they're going to lose the division. They're going to be in second place. The Packers have a great team. They had a great offseason. They retained some people. They retained their core. They have a good secondary. They have good linebackers. In my opinion, they need a better middle linebacker, but, they have a decent one. Decent D-line, good O-line, good playmakers, great running back, underrated running back on Aaron Jones. But Aaron Rodgers, he's gone. I think he's gone. Jordan Love is going to have to lead this team, and I don't think Jordan Love can do that right now. I'm not sold on Jordan Love. I'm sorry. Whenever you don't draft, you're not helping out your quarterback by you're not helping out Aaron Rodgers by taking Jordan Love in the first round. You're just not. When you had all those wide receivers available in the first round last year, Devontae Adams can't do it on his own. Allen Lazard and Marquez Valdez-Scantling, they're good receivers, but, like I said, you can't win with good. You just can't. So, that just leaves the lowly Lions. I'm sorry, Detroit, but y'all ain't doing nothing. Jared Goff ain't it. DeAndre Swift needs a little more time to grow. Tyrell Williams is hurt. Well, he was hurt last year. Brashad Perriman, being a Ravens fan, I know how bad he is and how inconsistent he can be. And when he's your second receiver behind a guy that got hurt for the season last year, come on, Detroit. I will say the Lions had the best offseason in the NFC North. They sure did. They got Penei Sewell, the right tackle. Well, the left tackle. They made him right tackle in the draft when the Bengals should have drafted him. But they got their O line straight. That's a big plus. They got their O line straight. They got a good D line. They got a good linebacker core. They have a decent secondary. I like Jeff Okudah though. But yeah, they got a lot of room to grow. Let's just say that. I think they're gonna go. Let's see, 4-13 at the best. I think they're gonna win 4 games this year. So 8-9, 8-9, 7-10, 4-13. And that's it for sports. We're about to go to Hot or Not. It's time for Hot or Not. We're about to get into it, folks. I just got shoes for you today. I'm gonna save the fits for later. I'm gonna save the music for another time. There's not a lot of music dropped since the last time we talked. So, without further ado, let's get into these shoes. The Seafoam ones are coming out August 12th. They're gonna be $170, and I think these are hot. Like y'all know, I'm not really that big a fan of ones, but these ones right here are something serious. I love this color. I love this colorway. This colorway is amazing. I feel like you can rock some good denim to these. Bruh. Oh yeah, it's it. Drake's NOCTA and Nike collab. No release details yet, but they kind of look like Yeezys a little bit. I'm not gonna cap. And I'm gonna just say not. For that reason, and they just don't look appealing unless it's just the picture that he took of these, Drake. I mean, they just don't look good to me. The LeBron 8 lows, the sprites, they're coming out June 25th, $180, and these are a not for me too. I like the colorway. I've always liked the Sprite colorway, but it's just a not for me. I don't like LeBron 8s lows. Sorry. The Dior Jordan 1s. Now, other than this colorway, this grayish colorway, they could receive a Chicago and Royal colorway too. So basically Chicago black and red, and the Royals probably I'm gonna say obviously a royal blue, maybe a black or white, something like that. I think Chicago would look good. But these right here, they came out last month. They're on resale for $10K because they're gone. But these are hot. I mean, like I said, I'm not really a big fan of ones, but if you can get me on a good color with ones, these are it. And these, just because it's Dior doesn't mean that they're automatic hot, because it's not. I just like the style of it. The Union and Air Jordan 4s. 30th anniversary, the top colorway. It's coming out summer 2021. No price yet, but it just said summer. I think these are hot. I'm not really a big fan of the taupe colorway, but I don't know. These are kind of growing on me. These are really kind of growing on me. The the LeBron 18s, the We Are Families. They came out June 5th, $200, and these are not for me. I'm going to show y'all some shoes next week, the LeBron 18s, that they are definitely hot. But these right here, I don't like the color of these. I don't like the way that they look with this color, so it's going to be a not. The Griffey ones, the Varsity Royals, listen, these are out now. Get them for $130, and first of all, these are hot. Second of all, if anybody that knows me, they know that I had literally every color of these. I still do. Well, most of them. I had to sell a couple of them, but I have most of my Griffies still, and they're just so comfortable. They feel so good on my feet, and I just love wearing them. So they've been my favorite shoe besides foams ever since I laid my pair of eyes on them. But they, the fresh waters are reselling at 400, which is crazy. But anyway, let's move on. So the Jordan 6s, women's gold hoops, they come out July 1st, $190, and these are definitely hot. Get your girl a pair of these, okay? That's all I'm gonna say. The Nike Air Vapor Max Plus, the Swingmans, they come out June 25th, $210, and these are a hot. I love the colorway. They're basically kind of like fresh waters, but I just love this colorway right here. The white, and then the tealish, and then the like kind of purplish a little bit, just a little bit. It looks good. All right, so Jaden Smith and New Balance, they have a collab together. The Vision Racer Grays. They're out now, and $150. Jaden, what are you doing? Listen, both of the shoes that you had on my podcast, you were 2 for 2, but now it's a not. Can't do it. No, Jaden, no. Just, no, these ain't it. I'm going to just leave it at that. These ain't it. I'm not even going to get into it. All right, so Your City, My City, Shoe City. They came out with a collab today. Well, not today, but they came out with a collab, and it's out now. Shoe City and New Balance 992s. They made a shoe called the Rewind. They came out June 17th, $180, and I think these are hot. Listen, usually when Shoe City collabs with a brand, they usually hit. They don't miss. They don't miss that often. So these are definitely hot. Nike Kyries, the low 4s in black turf orange. They're out now. They cost $100, and I would say that these are a hot, but I wouldn't get them though. I don't know. I like them, but I like them to the point where I want to keep my distance. I don't know why. They just don't do it for me personally, but they're hot to me. New Balance 2 WXY yellow teals. They're out now. They're $140. I've been on the fence about these. I don't know how I feel. I have them down as hot right here, but I don't know. Usually, I got a saying, if I got to think about it, I'm going to take the latter. So I'm going to just say not. The Reebok Answers. Allen Iverson shoe. The Step Overs 2021. You know, he stepped over Ty Lue. Yeah, he did it in these shoes. They're out now. Cost $160, excuse me. And of course, these are hot. I like AI shoes. I love the Reeboks. I love the answers and I love the questions. Any colorway that they come out with is always going to be a hot for me. I just love the style of the shoe. So that's what that is. KD 14s, the KYD Dream 1s came out June 5th, $150, but these are a not for me. Sorry, KD. All right, and that does it for hot or not. Now we're about to enter my final thoughts. So, as you all know, today is Juneteenth. Happy Juneteenth to everybody. I'm a little bittersweet about it. I can't lie about it. I'm a little bittersweet. Am I glad that we're taking steps to recognize black people and what we've gone through? Yes, I am. However, it's coming at a time where celebrating black people is being monetized and people are making money off of it, and it just doesn't sit right with me. That's just one of the reasons why I'm bittersweet. For example, keep in mind these companies that are making these Juneteenth sales and the way that they word things about, making the sales, or the kind of feels like appropriation a little bit. Just be aware of that, and be aware of the companies that are doing it. And I'm probably not going to do business with a lot of companies from what I've seen already. If you got to think about it, or if it rubs you a little bit the wrong way, then it's probably wrong. That's not just about this, but that goes with anything in life. Yeah, I feel a lot of ways about this. I'm just gonna let these videos play that I have for y'all, and let me know what y'all think.
He hell. So nobody sees the hypocrisy in making Juneteenth a national holiday at the same time this country is trying to ban teaching critical race theories in the classroom. Like, what's funny is you don't think students should know that the Emancipation Proclamation is a piece of legislation that didn't mean much in terms of slavery. But you don't want students to learn about how our legal system is steeped with the permanence of racism, and that's on Derek Bell's Space Traders. Because what I've noticed is that a lot of y'all want to talk shit about how we shouldn't be in the past, but you're going to celebrate 1776, the past, for July 4th, but you say that we shouldn't stay out the past when it comes to talking about the 1800s. It's the trick of time that Calvin Warren be talking about. Y'all should look him up if you don't know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? But listen, the hypocrisy of democracy is saying that we shouldn't teach students about how our legal system is racialized because, hey, it makes certain people feel bad and guilty. But at the same time, in 2021, we're going to finally make Juneteenth a national holiday. Contradictions, the hypocrisy of democracy, huh?
Happy Juneteenth, everybody, and be safe. People don't get told that enough. Just be safe. It's a lot going on right now. It's a lot going on in the world. It's a lot of ignorance going on in the world. And like I was saying earlier with the companies, you can tell that the bottom line is the dollar. And like I said, that doesn't really sit right with me. I don't feel like Black Lives Matter and a Juneteenth sale or, anything like that. Stuff like that shouldn't be monetized. It shouldn't be like, oh, let's get this out and make money off of it. Or the school system's not teaching this stuff. This is currently happening. They're signing a bill to not teach about this, but we're going to get a federal holiday about it. People are getting off of work for this holiday now. Like, we skipped a bunch of stuff, in my opinion, before getting to this point. We could have done a lot more. Not saying we, like, the people I'm talking about, like, as the government, like, making laws and stuff to reverse a lot of things before getting to this point. I feel like they're trying to get away from the bigger picture. Let's just say that. There's a lot more things that need to be done as far as for Black people in this country. And I just hate that it just keeps getting deflected. And that concludes my episode of What's Up with Will, my third episode. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for listening. However you got this podcast. I'm plugging my socials one more time before I get out of here. Go ahead, go on my website, on any of my social networks to get the rest of it. My website, it got the Twitter icon, follow me on Twitter. It got the TikTok icon, follow me on TikTok. Got the YouTube link. I'm gonna post more stuff, but I'm gonna start off with this, this podcast for now with the visuals. So go follow me or subscribe to me on YouTube. Get this podcast and all the visuals. On Spotify, get the audio version. Let's see, am I missing something? Twitter, Instagram, yeah. Follow me on my Instagram. I'll be posting little clips of stuff here and there, then posting more pictures of me, just having pictures. But yeah, email me with some suggestions or content you want me to do. You want me to try something, want me to review something, want me to react to a confession or, anything, a question. I got you. Just email it to me or send it in one of my messages. It's no big deal. With Robinhood, you get a free stock, obviously. And if you don't If you don't know that much about stocks, just go to the public. It's literally right beside it. It's basically Facebook for stocks. It's what these top people in the stock market are trading, and they're getting information about it, and they're talking about it just like on Facebook, like they do. They make a post about it. Hey, people chime in. It's that simple. So yeah, like I said, thank you all for watching. Thank you for listening. Tune in next week. I'm gonna have some good stuff for you too. Some more hot or not, some more content, obviously. And hopefully I get to hear from y'all soon. Send me some stuff. I'm ready. Stay blessed. I love y'all. Take care.